Welcome back to the Call Me Larry podcast, the only podcast that takes their personal problems out on wacky, waveable, inflatable arm men. I'm here with Jason. How you doing, homie? It's been a minute.
I know, man. I know. Hey, it's great to have you back on the show. And yes, listeners, Zack is still part of the Call Me Larry franchise here. It is still a thing. I know we might have been neglecting a little Zack action in the past couple weeks, but that's just been because the holidays and we're also very careful about COVID and stuff with like just quarantining and spending time with family. So we've been a little bit restricted, but I could not be more ecstatic to have you back here today. And side note, this is filmed post New Year's. Did you watch the New Year's celebration, Zach, on TV at all by any chance?
You mean the Times Square?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. We had it on the TV in the background.
Okay. So I had it on my TV, and I didn't expect much given our circumstances, right? And I thought it was pretty cool that they had like a VIP. For those of you that don't know, they had a VIP party for
it was kind of weird, to be honest with you.
Services, like health services. What do you call it? Frontline workers? Right?
Yeah, that part was cool.
That was cool. The audio or the concert lineup was like okay, but there wasn't a lot of people there, and again, that's understandable.
It was all over the place. They had MGK. And then they had the the woman who sings "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" back in the 70s. I don't know her name, but she's like roughly.
Well, they had J-Lo too. J-Lo was the headliner.
Yeah, but the lineup was all over the place, and it was wild watching them because, thank you so much to doctors, nurses, people on the front lines of the COVID pandemic, first responders, anything like that. But respectfully, y'all had your own private booths because of social distancing, and then you're looking at Times Square, and it's like, where is everyone?
Surreal.
Dude, my girlfriend wants so badly to go to that celebration. I'm like, you go ahead and have fun. I'm not going to stand in the cold for 7 hours to pee my pants or wear a diaper and watch a fucking ball drop for 10 seconds and be like, okay, how do we get home because the D line is packed?
Exactly. No, exactly. So I actually know a couple family members that have gone to the New Year's celebration, and it's a hardcore thing. It's almost like camping out back in the day for like a new for like Black Friday. You know when the people camp out like 3 days early back in the day. They don't do this anymore because everything's
get a new shoe drop, get the good sale.
Oh yeah, everything's available online. They used to do this for the iPhone and stuff. Dude, these people wear diapers. That's too hardcore for me. I don't know about you, but I'm not wearing a diaper to go watch the New Year's celebration.
I'm not pissing myself for anybody or anything. If that happens, it's a problem. It needs to be fixed pronto.
Yeah, these people are hardcore.
We're not planning for it.
So my girlfriends wanted to go to that too, and I was like, no way. And last year we had tried to see the Rockefeller tree, right? Yeah. And we got within 2 blocks of it, and we could not get any more. There was a panic attack. It was just a panic attack. There was people freaking out, running in both directions, like mosh pit, and obviously pre-COVID. But you couldn't do this before. And now, it was so surreal to see it empty, right? But the whole reason I brought up this New Year's celebration was the fact that you were talking about inflatable men. And what they did is they filled up the entire place with a Planet Fitness branded inflatable guys everywhere. And not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But when you're talking about taking out your frustration on inflatable men or inflatable people, right? I would totally just run down that New Year's Eve celebration, just start punching those guys like crazy. They were everywhere. There was more inflatable people than regular people.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It's true.
It was wild. Zach, what's going on, man? Whoa, what's up? Where have you been?
What's up, bitches? Yeah, you heard I'm back. Dude, the pandemic isn't exactly making life easy right now, and we didn't have an opportunity to record, and for me to, kind of come out here to the studio. So I've just been in Larryland.
What is Larryland?
All right, let's pretend like this isn't completely set up as if it's a go-to for this entire episode. It is.
Not that we have anything other than that. That's just the topic. It's like, is Larryland Narnia? That is the question, right? What is Larryland?
Well, it's like you're in a state of being where nothing really matters because you can't get done what you need to get done, but you're also it's on the horizon, you have the opportunity eventually.
It's like limbo? You're talking about limbo here?
Well, dude, the reason I dubbed it that, so I have a friend who, when we like to get together, have some drinks, whatever, he hits this stage where he hits Narnia, and he's just you can see it in his eyes. Like
he enters the wardrobe.
Yes, exactly. Like there's a look in his eyes of just lights are on, nobody's home, and he's still reacting and doing things, but like it's not calculated. It's not like I don't think he's doing anything on purpose. He's just on autopilot, and it's whatever the autopilot decides to do that day. Like one time we were in Boston for the weekend, and we left this club in the Seaport, and I was chasing him throughout the streets of the Seaport district while he ran up to random cars while they were driving, dude. He would go to like red lights and like knock on the window, and they'd be like, "Can I help you?" Like really obviously worried, like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
He'd just go, "Do you know where to get pizza around here?" I'm like, "Richard, what are you doing?"
What the fuck, Richard?
It's our producer, Richard, that I'm talking about.
What the fuck, Richard? No,
yeah, it's like we need to, like, can we just go home? Like, I will literally buy you Domino's when we get home.
Yeah,
can we just get back home?
Well, that's those people that like, I think you can dub them the drunkest people in the room, right? It's like we've all kind of does everyone enter Narnia at a certain phase? Is that like what happens?
We've definitely had our moments where you enter the Larryland. Like you end up in that state of being where it's just I'm a Larry and this is where I exist right now. It's a different kind of energy.
It is. No, it definitely. Like, I feel that. And, you know, I think we've all been in a situation where we've either met and interacted with or been the drunkest person in a party or, like, room. Like, the drunkest person in the room, right? That makes me think back to a specific time. I was celebrating New Year's, and it was really funny because the drunkest guy at the room was, like, in the basement, and he was just sitting on the ground in the corner. What's up?
It wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me. No, okay. Surprisingly, but he was sitting down in the corner, and he was like in a walkway, and people were. And this was like 9 p.m. I just got to the party, and he was like out. He was hugging the trash can on the floor.
I have a friend like that who rolls into the party, and he's got like this specific person loves to just booze like hard alcohol, and he'll bring a water bottle.
Yeah, it hits you hard.
He tucks the whole thing back in like an hour, and then it's like, okay, we all know exactly where this is gonna end up. And it's on the floor. Yeah,
so he ended up being like this almost like the troll, like the troll toll. You know, like whenever you passed him, you're like, "Hey, how's it going, John?" He's like, "I'm good." You know, eyes half open, like hanging on the trash can.
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow,
sure you're still breathing."
He peaked real early at that party. Like it was supposed to be a New Year's party, and this was 9 p.m. So I was like, oof, like, you didn't make it there, buddy.
Your boy didn't make it to midnight.
No, he did not make it to midnight.
His New Year's kiss was the trash
But to be fair, he hung in there, and he became a fixture in the party where it's like every time you pass, you check on him, you say hi, he asks how you're doing, you ask how he's doing.
It's funny that he's responding, but he's just like, I'm good, not moving.
He spent like 4 hours on the floor there. It was funny. But that was someone that was like the drunkest person in the room, and what I find is it's always the best to be the second drunkest person, right? Because the first drunkest is like too far, and now the person of attention at the party, right? Of being like that person's too drunk.
Yeah,
it's like,
but if you're too sober, you have to take care of them.
If you're too sober, you have to take care of them, and if you're drunk enough, you don't, right? Or you don't care, because you're a liability on your own. But being the second drunkest person at the party is the best because you're still having fun, but no one's focused on how drunk you are necessarily.
Yeah, true.
You know,
well, you're also having a good time, but it's like you can't take care of that person because you're like, if that guy has one brain cell, I only have two. Like I don't have much more than him. I'm not gonna be doing too hot if I try and help this guy out.
Yeah. I mean, and then the other way you can go, and something that Zack and I have done a couple times, is both be the drunkest person in the room.
You just got to use each other for support.
Yes. And I don't know if Zack remembers this, but there was a specific time that this happened in college where we had both gone to an off-campus party, and what I remember, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that we walked into the party. I go to walk down the stairs into the basement. It's a basement party. And I immediately fall down the stairs.
I mean, dude, every party was a basement party because, like, none of them are finished. They're all concrete, so anything that goes wrong down there is, like, just get a mop.
So my entrance is I've arrived at the party, fall down the stairs, and everyone's like, oh, Jason, hi, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm great, everything's fine. But that was my entrance. And meanwhile, while that was happening, I was later informed that Zack was ripping off the bathroom door. Accidentally or not.
So we're talking about this? Okay. No, dude. This is what happened. I didn't rip the bathroom door off. I definitely broke it, though. So, dude, you're talking about a college, like, house, apartment, whatever. Like, they're not well built.
It's held together with toothpicks and glue.
Yeah, the landlords don't put a lot of effort into it because they're like, this is going to get destroyed anyway, so I might as well just, like, kind of let happen. What happened is that I didn't know where the bathroom was, and so it ended up being directly at the top of the stairs, like between the hallway went in between, the stairs went one direction down to the basement, and then the bathroom was up right on the other side. So I didn't know that was the bathroom. I was looking for the bathroom, but I was also, like we were just talking about, so Jason was the drunkest person at this party, and I was probably the second drunkest. The problem is that we were together, like we knew pretty much everyone there, like we knew the people who owned the house, like we were with our friends, but as far as like who's gonna look out for you, it was just us. Like the people
we came together, we were gonna leave together,
right. And so we just we were two forces that needed to support each other. And so you were downstairs with whoever at the time. Like I knew you were good, and I just needed to go take a piss. And so I come firing up the stairs, and I just slip on the hardwood as I go to take the right turn to like go into the kitchen and kind of be like and find someone who lives there. Yeah. Be like, yo, where's the bathroom? Instead, my fat ass goes flying right through this freaking door. Like, I had so much momentum, dude, and I didn't even mean to. The problem is I hit where the doorknob is, and the latch was clearly not very strong because it just ripped right out. And I immediately closed the door and just ran away. And I was like, I ran outside, I think I went to the bathroom. And then people kind of came to me later, and they're like, did you break the door? And I was like, nope, didn't do it. Wasn't me. Didn't do it. Now everyone will know, but whatever.
Yeah. I think to this day you said you never did, but we knew. But it was funny.
It wasn't on purpose. It was a complete accident. But I didn't want to have to pay for it.
And it was fun. And then we spent some time there. And then on our way out, we're going out the front door, and it was raining. And I fell down the stairs, and it was only 2 stairs, by the way. It wasn't a lot of stairs.
It was like a couple. It was like 2 or 3 steps that was going.
No, to say that like it's kind of like the fact that I fell down 2 steps is like that's pretty bad.
Well, dude, so let me take it from you because so what happened was I was coherent enough to be able to get us home, and you were entirely relying on me to keep us alive. And so I called the Uber. I was like, all right, blah blah blah, whatever. We waited. It had been raining, and so rather than these steps going down to a walkway that would take you to the driveway or the street or the sidewalk, like whatever, it just went down to the lawn, like the dirt, right? And like Jason just said, it had been raining, so the lawn was really muddy, it was wet, like whatever. So we get to these stairs, and we have one other person with us who didn't try and fucking help at all, which I actually just thought of that, and thanks a lot. Jason, at one point in time, I don't know if you tripped or if you just missed a step or if you were just like, I fuck gravity, whatever. I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah, I think I was just defying gravity.
You start to fall down the stairs, and I'm like, oh, no. And I go to catch you, but then because I'm a little bit too more inebriated to like keep my footing and hold you up. And so I end up slipping too, and we both plummet down these like 2-3 stairs and just are covered in mud.
In mud, yeah. We landed in mud, yeah. It's like the attempt was there, but one Larry falling in mud became 2 Larrys covered in mud.
Dude, I know. I mean, whatever. We went home. We threw it in the laundry. Like we went to bed. It was fun.
Oh yeah, it was a fun time. It was good. It was just I love that was our entrance into the party. And I think everyone.
We
has
went
that
in with a
experience.
bang. We went out with a bang. You left and entered falling.
Yeah. Needless to say, we were never invited to that house again.
No, we never went back. We definitely never. I don't know if they had any more parties. We ended up. We were hanging with a lot.
Either
of
way,
people
we were blacklisted. We were blacklisted.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely not our finest hour, but probably not our worst. It was a good night.
We've all been there.
Dude, I feel like Larryland is kind of an entity, though. Like, whether you're out pulling down trees, climbing them, riding around on the back of a silverback gorilla, and just having a great time. Don't recommend that, by the way. It probably won't end up well. Or if you're just inside of the freezer section making a fort out of frozen peas, carrots, and dino nuggets, dude, you're living your life. You're having a great time.
Bro, have you heard of the guy that like lived in Home Depot for like a month?
And he made like a blockade, like a fort.
Yeah, in between the aisles.
Yeah. I think know there was people who did that with toilet paper in like a supermarket.
Yeah, there's someone that's done that. Like people have done it in a lot of places, but that shit went viral on YouTube a couple years ago. That was so funny. People were legit living in these like stores, but. Speaking to what Zack was saying, what it comes down to, and this is just something for everyone, is, guys, have a little fun, right? Like, everything can be fun if you make it fun. So just enjoy the little things, and especially right now, right, where we can't go and do all the crazy things. Not that, everyone can do that anyway. Not that I can do that anyway, right? But it's like, have fun. Go to the supermarket and mess around. Go buy hot dogs and chocolate milk and make it into a fun time. I don't know, like...
If we're talking about, how Larry, we talked about why you call us Larry and how it's just an energy. It's like a being that's kind of, it just takes over.
It's a state of being.
Yes, exactly. And so I feel like Larryland's kind of just, it's the world that the Larrys live in, you know? Like the world is kind of your playground. Like the other day we went to the grocery store, and as soon as we walked in, you just look at the sandwich that's in one of the prepackaged like container type of deal, and you just take it out in front of everybody. You didn't care about who was around, even though it was pretty crowded, and you just go, Zach, look at this meat. And I'm like, it's very nice, Jason, that, you know, whatever. And then you're like, oh my god, oh, look at this, and you just pick up this container of wings, like it's just like the holy grail. And I'm like, bro, people are around. Like, what are we doing? Like they're staring, and you're like, dude, I need the meats. Like,
I don't care. I don't care
know.
what people think. Dude, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. If I'm going shopping, if I'm going to the grocery store, I like to have fun with things, right?
We still should have bought peaches. I wish we did that.
That's funny. Yeah, peaches are always a good purchase, but we need a peach in the studio. I think that's our next thing. We got a banana and the CML sign, but I think we need a peach.
You guys heard Steve talking about how the banana was burning his eyes open, and now I'm looking at the neon "Call Me Larry" sign, and that one's just keeping me wide awake.
Oh yeah, if you let the banana burn your eyes open, the CML sign burns them down another level.
For sure.
You don't sleep.
But what other examples do you think you have of like just being in the world?
I don't know. If you want to get the meats, go get the meats. You know, like it's one thing or another. Just explore.
Have fun. Like the dude wearing the pilot's outfit or like the onesie or whatever that's called, and then wearing a Scooby-Doo head walking down the street that we talked about. Yeah, dude.
Whatever episode. Go be Batman if you want to be Batman. We talk about this, right? So it's like just be yourself, right? And have fun with things, because there's so much monotony in our lives, and you know people can't do as much now as they were able to necessarily do pre-COVID, right? So just enjoy the little things. Have fun. You know, like Zach and I just spent the whole day today watching like football, hanging out. No, we had fun because we were just living in the moment.
But yeah, I mean, you do have a good point there about it's really about not caring what other people think, which not that we need to like get into the sentimentality of it, but it helps to kind of, you know, be presentable, be a part of the public, you know, decency, but also like, you know, you're a Larry, dude, just live your life, be what you want to be. Like don't let other people bring you down.
Preach.
I think that ties into kind of what we were talking about, being the drunkest person at the party, where it's like, you know, it's okay to not care what people think, but you don't want to be that guy sometimes. And so like you were talking about being the drunkest person at the party, and I've definitely been the drunkest person at the party. I can think for one example, there was this time where I ended up getting invited to a party like super last minute during the work week, and I had just gotten home from work. And I just loaded up a bowl of Cheerios with a bunch of blueberries. Like, I was, like, starving. Just rolling with it. Like, you know, after work snack, whatever. It's, like, 3, 4 p.m., whatever. My buddy hits me up. He's like, yo, these people are having a party, whatever. And I knew all the people that were at the party, but I didn't, you know, I wasn't friends with them. Like, I knew them well enough to be there. And so I go, and, you know, I'm just kind of drinking whatever they're handing me. Like, I was a little bit younger at this point, so I didn't have as much life experience as I do now. And I'm just putting back whatever they hand me. And within, like, an hour, I am just like a starfish out in the front lawn or the back lawn. Dude, I'm like Patrick Star, all shriveled up.
This man is Patrick Star out of water.
Like, dude, I'm existing, right? And, like, I'm around, like, all these people are around me, whatever. And so we're in the backyard, and the setup of this kid's house was like they had a really big multi-level deck, and then just this like the stairway to heaven, dude. It was so damn long.
Yeah.
And I'm down. I'm just splayed out, like chilling in the backyard, like not bothering anyone, but definitely not like being a part of the party. I'm the drunkest guy there. Like I'm like your friend who's just like, oh yeah, I'm good, whatever. So eventually I realized that I need to puke, and in hindsight, I should have just gone into the woods, which was like right next to where I was like chilling, like just sitting in the lawn chair or whatever. And so instead I'm like, oh, I should go to the bathroom, more privacy. Like just it made more sense, go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. So I started walking up the stairs. This, like I said, they're so long, and I get like maybe a quarter to a third of the way up, and I just start puking up blueberries, like literally straight, like what I just ate, Cheerios, blueberries, whatever, like just straight liquid, like absolutely disgusting. And so rather than like using my brain and going off to the side of the staircase, like over the railing, or, you know, maybe going back down and like going into the woods, like kind of realizing what I'm doing, I just puke my way up the staircase. Like I'd hit a stair, bleh, take a step into the puke, bleh, step, bleh, step, like the whole freaking way. Eventually, I'm still vomiting by the time I get to the top, and then I go over the side. And everyone's just watching this happen, and they're like, dude, what the hell? I literally was too gone to have the capacity to be able to clean this up. And luckily one of my other friends was like, dude, I got you, like just go lie down or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm still friends with these people. I made friends that day somehow. I guess I was great before I turned into a disaster, but like my friend cleaned it up. I passed this kid's out on this kid's couch until like 11 or 12 and then ended up going home. But it was just like, I was feeling myself. I was having a great time, but like then I inconvenienced other people, and I was like, fuck. Like, I don't want to do
blueberry Cheerios everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I repainted this kid's deck.
Oh God, no, I totally feel that, and given we are on vomit stories, I have my best friend, one of my best friends, should I say,
Larryland, sponsored by puking.
Yeah. So I had a house in Florida that my grandparents owned, and it was passed down in the family, and I was down there with two of my best friends in high school. Actually, it was college. So down with two of my best friends in college, early college, like freshman year, right when we had first met. I think I actually invited you to this trip, and it didn't end up working out.
Yeah, I was a poor college boy. I couldn't afford it.
Yeah. But so we ended up going there, and my one friend, it's just us. It's just us, which is the first time this has ever happened. So we're like,
there was no adult supervision.
No adults. First time, and it's a very nice property. But I'm with the boys, and we were also underage at the time. Right, so we're like, how do we get like beer? Like we were like 20. I was about to be 21, right? And I was like, how do we get beer if we wanted to get beer? And so my friend and I, we biked to the liquor store and hid our bikes behind the liquor store and walked in. And got just me. I got like a 18 pack of bottles. That's all they had.
It's so funny the amount of effort you'll go.
So much effort. We had bikes and we had backpacks and we bought bottles. What kind of stupid person buys bottles? I bought bottles.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
I bought 18 bottles to carry in a bike backpack.
It's a disaster waiting to happen.
Exactly. So we ended up getting it though, and the next day we bought a steak,
yeah.
and then we went to the grocery store. We bought steak. So we had steak and beer. Like that was our thing. So we started
at that age though. That's literally like the last...
living like kings.
Yo, yeah, dude.
Living like kings.
It's like the best thing ever.
So we start playing drinking games in our we have like Operation Finish the bottle or fill the bucket was the whole thing. It's like finish all the beers, put them in the.
You had 18 beers for how many guys?
No, we got more later, but it was just there was a lot of beer, and the operation was to fill the entire garbage can. So everyone was like, "We're drinking all the beer tonight." Well, that was not a good idea, needless to say. But
how many people were you with?
It was 3 guys, I think.
Okay.
So we had steak and we had those beers. So one of my friends, he doesn't handle liquor very well, or alcohol, any sort of alcohol, beer in that manner. And we had a big steak dinner.
This is the biologist, right?
Oh yeah. He might be on the show soon. But so we put back a bunch of beers, and then he's not feeling so good, right? And we're in the garage outside. So he's like, I don't feel so good. And just like you had that decision where you're just like, why, like, I should have gone in the woods, right? He could have walked outside because he was in a garage, but instead he goes into my house and starts traversing through my house. As he's traversing through my house, he's projectile vomiting. Now he passes 2 bathrooms and he runs upstairs. So he's now already vomiting in 3 rooms. He starts throwing upstairs on the stairs, and then he moves. There's a left and there's a right. Right? Both rooms have a bathroom in it.
So this guy just left a snail trail of vomit
yes.
over your house?
Dude, the amount that this man had released from his stomach,
That
unfathomable.
Is gross.
So he went.
So
there's 2 options, left and right, at the top of the stairs. Both had bathrooms. He went to the right, and I could tell because of the evidence. Right? So he ran to the right. He ran into the room. He threw up all over both beds, 2 separate beds, and a lampshade and a wall.
Dude, how did
he passed the bathroom? He walked by the bathroom to go throw up on different objects. Dude, it's like he was trying to like cover as much as possible, right? But listen to this. And then he runs out of the room, passing the bathroom again, and goes into the master bedroom. So he's now thrown up in 7 rooms in the house.
In the span of like 10 minutes?
In 5 minutes of just running around. And he passed 4 bathrooms. And then, dude, he doesn't tell us. We didn't see this. Like, we found it.
Or did he come back out and was like, oh, I'm good?
No, he was gone. And we're like, where'd he go?
Oh, all right.
I walk upstairs and I find this horrid trail. I walk up the stairs and I see there's a trail to the right of vomit and there's a trail to the left of vomit. I was like, how do you do that? Why is it in both directions?
Dude, it's like the puking scene in like the parody movies for The Exorcist, and the person like the power of Christ can just all over the place.
I'm not kidding. But
That's so
I
funny.
walked up the stairs and there was 2 separate ways to the bathroom. Both had vomit going into them. I was like, how do you do this? How do you go into 2 different rooms?
Dude, I would love to see an animated version of that. Just him running back and forth.
Oh my God. And then I go in the bedroom, both
That's
beds.
hilarious.
Separate. They're not next to each other. A lampshade, a wall. And I find him butt-ass naked in the shower with the door
Wait,
open.
why was he naked?
Butt-ass naked in the shower with the
right.
door open.
Does he sleep?
And he just looks at me and he's like,
Oh.
I don't feel so good. I was like, bro, you just threw up in 7 rooms. And he just like throws up again in the shower. And I'm just like, oh God. So me and my other two friends
Oh,
spend 2 hours plus at like 2 a.m.
Just cleaning up this stuff.
cleaning up chunks of vomit because this is a nice house. This is really nice.
Oh,
Dude, he threw up on Persian rug. He threw up on nice white carpets. So we're doing like a full cleaning, like 2 hours of cleaning.
Dude,
while he's naked in the shower sitting.
There's nothing worse than like that happening at your parents' place.
Oh
like
my
something
God.
like your parents own. Like they are immediately. I've had that happen where I had parties at my parents' house, and my mom would come home and immediately freak out because one thing would be off.
I don't think you've seen this yet, but have you seen a grizzly bear chase a man?
Only in The Revenant.
Okay, there's a video online of a guy biking, and he passes a grizzly bear. Bro, this guy's bugging. Like, he's going fast on his bike, right? He passes this grizzly bear who is a behemoth. Huge. Don't fuck with grizzly bears.
The largest
They're the nastiest aside from polar bears.
Polar bears are bigger.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We're gonna get my friend on the show who's a biologist, and he knows everything about animals. Yeah, he's animal facts man. People,
fact check that.
Yeah, people call him Snapple facts, and then I think the Snapple fact is that like 90% of Snapple facts are not real. I don't know what it is or fake.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I do. There's one of them that messes with you,
That
but here's the question: is that one fake?
I don't know, but if that's true, then that removes about 90% of my knowledge about everything.
Yeah, so this guy's a walking Snapple fact. He's hilarious. We're definitely gonna try to get him on in one of the next couple episodes.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, you know about Kodiak Island, right, in Alaska? The Kodiak bears?
Well, I know Kodiak bears, yeah.
So
I know they may have like Kodiak pancakes, bro. That are like protein pancakes.
love that
Strong
shit,
like a bear.
Dude, so they have this island in Alaska, and it's like home to Kodiak bears, and basically like they've had I guess it would be biologists, like just people like they go there to study the bears, and they arrive and they never come back, and it's like,
shit.
Dude, like. Stop going. Like, Larryland is wherever the fuck you want it to be, except for there. Like, don't take the risk where it's like the odds are not in your favor. This is not the Hunger Games. The odds are not in your favor.
Yeah. So you know what really scared me about grizzly bears? I looked online and I go to a place that has a decent amount of black bears. Right. That's one of one of my family members has a house there, and we go and spend time there. And what it says to do if you see a black bear is to make yourself look really large and yell and scream and throw things.
Are black bears smaller in the bear chain?
Well, they're pretty small, right? So the thing is, like, make yourself really big and yell and scream, make a lot of noise, and you'll scare away a black bear, right? That is if you go on Google, that's what it tells you to do if you encounter a black bear. Now, if you encounter a grizzly bear, do you want to know what Google tells you to do?
Probably hide, like,
cover. Bro, listen to this. It is terrible. Google tells you to crawl into a ball and protect the back of your neck to hopefully survive the attack. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Anything that tells me your best chance of survival is to crawl into the fetal position and protect the back of your neck, I'm dead. There's no chance. That is scary as fuck. I don't know about you. That is terrible advice as well. It's probably great advice, but it's like, that is not something I want to do if there's a grizzly bear. That's how scary grizzly bears are.
Dude, I was at work. One of my first ever internships in the job that I have. I was at work, right? And like, I don't know why the hell people were talking about this, but they go, yo, Zach, like, would you rather fight a shark or a bear? And in my mind, I'm like, probably a bear, just because, like, if I'm in the water, I'm already screwed. Like,
100% shark, bro.
You would rather fight a shark?
Yeah.
See, like, dude, that's such a hard call because, like, I feel like I have better footing on the ground.
I'll let you finish. I'll explain my
I can
reason.
navigate. The point being is that I can navigate the ground better than I can swim. Like, I'm definitely a decent swimmer, but getting away from a shark, like, you're fucked. Like, I just don't see how you can do that. Granted, a bear is significantly larger, X, Y, and Z, like, so many different reasons, right? And so I said shark, right? I said bear. Because of ground, like, maybe I can run, hide, whatever. I know that a bear's gonna fuck me up either way.
Yeah.
And this guy fucking goes, dude, they'll eat you while you're still alive, right? And I go, I mean, yeah, I guess. And he goes, they start with the ass first while they pin you down. And I'm like, all right, I'll take the fucking shark. Thank you very much.
No, that's funny, but for life advice for our Larrys out there, guys, so bears are territorial. Bears, they finish what they start. Bears are very large, and they're land animals, right? If you're in the water with a shark, what normally happens, doesn't matter the type of shark for the most part, a shark will bite you and realize that you're not regular food and then leave, right? Now, granted, that doesn't happen. If you punch a shark in the nose or gouge its eye, it will most likely leave you alone, right? And the reason I know this is because I have spent extensive amount. I was a shark kid. I was like a shark and dinosaur kid. I was like, it's like you got the kids and like they're like, I play football, I play soccer, and it's like I know sharks.
We bought dinosaur nuggets earlier, and just for shits and giggles, like we were in the grocery store, why not? We cooked a bunch of them, and then we bring it back, and he goes, Jason points at one and goes, that's a stegosaurus. And I'm like, you're 7. Like, you're literally 7.
I am 25, believe it or not. But no, I was that kid that like got all the shark books and watched all the Shark Week videos and all that.
I loved the shark teeth when I was younger. Shark Week is sick on
yeah. So you're much more likely to survive a single attack from a shark because it'll bite you and leave. It'll be like, ooh, this is like kind of not tasty. Like I don't really like human. I thought it was tuna. And like leave, like so, and if they don't leave, their noses and their eyes are very sensitive. Yeah. Meanwhile, you can shoot a grizzly bear 4 times with a magnum in the head, and it'll still be alive and trying to kill you.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, I'm gonna go with shark.
All right.
As much as I hate the water. So here's the thing: why doesn't Call Me Larry have its own amusement park? Why don't we create the Larryland? It sounds like a great business. Dude, I would invest.
That sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I would invest. I don't know about you. Amusement parks are pretty fun. I've had some pretty crazy encounters and situations at amusement parks. Something that I think back to, and I don't know where the listeners stand. Where do you stand, Zach? Have you ever gone on like kind of upside down roller coasters? Do you like them?
I hate them. I've been on them. They scare the shit out of me.
So for me,
I'd probably be better now, but when I was a kid, they really scared me.
Yeah. So for me, I just kind of sent it, right? And I was like peer pressured into doing it. I didn't want to, but everyone's like, you got to do it. I thought I was going to die. I watched Final Destination. And in Final Destination, it's like people get their heads cut off on a roller coaster. It's like it's scary as fuck as a kid, right? So I went on this upside down roller coaster, and I was like, damn, this is like kind of fun. And it was a great time. It was a great experience. The next time I went to that amusement park, all upside down roller coasters. It was a bunch. How many theme parks do you think you've been to over your life?
Roughly 10, max 10.
All right, so I'm a big amusement park guy, and so is like my family and friends. I've probably been 60 to 70 times.
What? Dude?
It's our thing, man. I don't know. Like, I go to theme parks.
Dude, I've been to Disneyland a handful of times, Six Flags every now and then. Like, it's 60 to 70
I've been to Universal
times.
Studios probably 8 times alone.
Okay, fine. If we start Larryland, you're running that bitch. Because apparently you have all the experience.
Yeah, I told you, I'm a big amusement guy. I'm all about the amusement. Right. Given my experience playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, and given the Larrys we need a good roller coaster, right? So
I'm just thinking one big tongue.
Well,
like one big tongue ride.
Well, what I was thinking is, have you been on like one of those mouse traps before? It's like the small rides that are like, you love how I know the names, right? It's funny. Mouse traps.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's like a square ride that has little like goes around and jolts people around in like a very small
like
area.
The Sizzler.
I don't know what the Sizzler is, man. Or are you talking about fucking TGIF's like steak Sizzler?
What you described is something like that. It's a small area. It goes out, comes back in, but you're going in a circle the whole time.
All right. So what I'm describing here, what I'm feeling is a beer can shaped circular roller coaster down. So you go up, and then you go like you're spinning around a beer can all the way down.
I've never been on that.
No. I'm saying that's our first ride.
Oh shit. Okay.
And it's called
call it the can
and we
opener.
call it No! I was gonna say
that's what you were gonna say?
I was gonna say it's called the can opener. Which is a circular beer can, spinning down like kind of shape roller coaster. The next ride,
just a circle that goes up and down.
So the next ride would be, have you ever been on a log flume, Zach?
I have, yeah. It's very wet.
Okay, it's very wet, right? You know what else is wet? Shotguns.
Okay.
So we call it the shotgun, and it's a log flume. And the opening of the lock flume is the hole where you would shotgun a
You
beer.
have this way more thought out than
No,
I do.
this is off the cuff, baby.
Okay.
I'm just on this shit. Like, so you got a beer can, you got the can opener and the shotgun. That is 2 of our rides. Tell me that's not already bringing people there.
The next ride is probably called the keg stand.
You know the ride that goes all the way up very slowly and just free falls down?
Oh, I've never been on that. It scares me.
Yeah, you know the tallest ride in the park that does that? That's the keg stand. So you know what else we need? We need a 4D game. And what I mean by that?
I got it. I know what you mean. Choose your sapling. You find that tree and you de-root that tree. And then you choose whose ever apartment you want to have it. You can choose, is it a Hanukkah bush? Is it a Christmas tree? It can be whatever kind of holiday gift you'd like it to be. But you need to de-root and place it within someone's place. And that is not hard. I'm going to tell you right now. We did it pretty damn easily.
The best feature of that ride is there's no fine. You just got to pay to get on it.
And there's no mess. it's virtual.
No, what I was envisioning, right, is like it's a 4D ride where there's 6 people that get on this ride. And you get on. And
that's got big trees, Jay.
Oh, yeah. So 6 people that get on this ride, right? And they are, whether they knew they were or not, they're taking down a tree, right? Like they get on this ride and they're getting shook back and forth. And they're seeing a tree slowly getting derooted, right? And then from there, 4D, you got wind blowing on your face as you rail it into someone's apartment.
Oh my God.
Dude, we got the ideas. We're here. We just need the funding. And some legal people to make sure that we don't kill everyone in the park.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for this week, but please go like, subscribe, follow, leave us a comment wherever you listen to podcasts. It really helps us out. We appreciate it. Follow us and like our posts on Instagram and Twitter at callmelarry_pod. Again, it really helps us out, and we appreciate you guys so much. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
We'll see you all in Larryland.
Hey.
Ha. Yeah. Give me this small bitch, I want it. Put up with shotty, I shot it. Saw me a new whip, I bought it. Saw me a big fish, I caught it. The others rap game is just not it. They tell me to rap, but I'm talking. Friday the 13th, he coming.